Hello, hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the Deadpool Legacy Collection Wolverine Marvel Legends action figure. I was not going to pick up this figure until I saw it in stores. Once I saw it in stores, I saw just how nice it looks and how the head sculpts are really nice. The shirt, the pants, all the texture details, the paint apps, everything like that looks really nice on this figure. So I realized I really needed to get this figure. I already have the leather jacket version of this action figure. Essentially, they're basically the same action figure, just one is with the leather jacket. So I thought, okay, I don't need this guy. He's just the same figure, but in a tank top. Then I saw it in stores, and I was like, okay, this looks really cool. So I went ahead and got it. Wolverine has always been one of those characters I need to have. Whenever I see a Wolverine figure in the stores, I need to pick him up because I love Wolverine. He's kind of like Spider-Man in that sense. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. I grew up with him. I have adored him. I've watched all the cartoons, read a lot of the comic books. You know, he's been that superhero for me. Wolverine has been right there alongside him. Not as strong of a connection to Wolverine, despite consuming more Wolverine media. And, you know, because for a while there was more cartoons. I could always find more action figures. The movies, he's been in way more than Spider Man has. So, technically, there's been more Wolverine than Spider Man, but growing up, I just preferred Spider Man. Uh, I'm trying to figure out why I'm going on this tangent. Regardless of all that, Wolverine's up there with being one of my favorite superheroes alongside Spider Man. So I had to get this figure, even though I didn't need it and really kind of honestly didn't want it that badly. I had to have it because it looks so good. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting with the front of the box, you have this nice, pretty packaging. I do like this style of packaging. It's sleek, it's slim, there's not too much to it, it's not overly bulky. You have a nice, well designed window here showing off the figure and everything that comes with it. I like this. I like this style a lot. I also like the new style that they're going with the what's coming out next. The Oh, not the 50th anniversary, though I think that's technically one of them, but the new, not the, not the, I forget his name, wave, the spiky guy, Blackheart, the new Blackheart wave. I like the packaging on that wave that we've seen. This also works. I like this style of packaging. We've seen them experiment with packaging a lot recently, and I think a lot of the choices they've been making have been really nice. I'm looking at the Wolverine and Sabretooth 2-pack right now. Similar thing, where it looks very sleek and nice. I'm a big fan of where they transitioned the packaging to. Once they moved away from windowless and moved back to windowed, I think they made some interesting and honestly positive improvements. Not that I care too much about the packaging. I really only care about the figure. Once the figure's in my possession, the packaging just honestly I use it to start fires for bonfires or cookouts or whatever if I need it. So you have this nice front of the box packaging, the Deadpool logo right here, Legacy Collection, because this is a Legacy figure. Wolverine on the side, Marvel Legends in the top left corner. On the side, you just get the Marvel Legends logo and a Deadpool little logo right there. Nice window, I guess. Nice, useless, but it's there. On the back of the box, you get pretty much nothing. You get this Deadpool logo right here and Deadpool posing right there at the bottom. On this side of the box, you have Deadpool posing right there, and Deadpool logo right there, and a question mark. I don't know why. And then we're back to the front of the box so we can transition to the figure. Okay, so this is pretty much everything you get, starting with this more stoic head sculpt right here. Let's try and get it to focus. There we go. Just your average, basic, bland head sculpt. Looks very nice. I like the sculpt work and the details. It's very well crafted and painted. the mutton chops on his face, the facial details, very, very nice. It looks exactly like Hugh Jackman. So this is a wonderful, wonderful head sculpt. This looks actually insane with how good this looks. It looks better than most modern MCU head sculpts, I think. And then the one on the figure itself is screaming. Of course, we have two fist hands right here. I'll try and show them off within focus, if you can tell. There we go. Nothing too unique about these right here. They're just your average, everyday, ordinary fist hands. If it kind of looks like they're in focus, I'm having a hard time telling if this is in focus. Just because, I don't know, everything kind of looks blurry. They look fine, I guess. They look a little weird on the knuckle parts, but that might be intentional just because, Wolverine. And then the main figure right here, I'm going to have to move the camera just because of the way I set this up. Actually, will I? Maybe just a hair. Just a tad bit. There we go. Focus. So, of course, on the figure itself, you don't have much. You have the dog tags right here, which look fine. They look okay. They're just your basic dog tags. Nothing extreme here. Very nice soft plastic. They look good for, fake dog tags. The real meat of the meal, is that a saying? I don't know. But the claws are what's really selling this figure with how good they look. They look absolutely insane. I do wish we could have got a bone claws version of Wolverine. That would have been kind of cool to have. But we do have just regular clawed Wolverine. And the claws look super good. They look exactly like the ones in the movies. These are probably our best claws that we have for a Wolverine figure. Depending on, your opinion of these Wolverine claws. If you don't like them, you don't like them. But I think they're great, and I think they look great on figures. And, they are transferable. So if you just pop them out, you can put these on to a different figure. Or you can have Wolverine doing his classic thing. Hold on. I'm going to have to do this in a certain way. Oy vey. Where he's like flipping somebody off with just one of his claws. Love that detail. And then you can easily, if you have fingernails, easily, I say, as I struggle, put them right back in to the figure. Just like so. I don't want to bend them too much. So I'm trying to be careful here. Because once they're bent, and there's no coming back from that. That's one issue with Wolverine figures, is the claws. Because they're kind of a delicate thing, they are pretty fragile. So if they get bent out of shape, they do look a little wonky. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there we go. That is the Wolverine claws. And then as far as the design of the figure, of course, you have the tank top. Nice texture on the tank top. It's nice and Marvelified, where you have random lines and then softness and then random lines. That is, of course, a joke because people always complain about the Marvel costumes. The jeans look pretty good. They could have probably done a better paint job. Not that these look bad, but they probably could have used another wash or two. The texture looks a little wonky. It looks like maybe a PS2 texture of like grass or something. Just kinda like, it feels nice, but the bumps look weird in a way, if that makes any sense. But it looks good. Pins here, obviously. The boots at the bottom. I just got another Wolverine figure. I have 3 Wolverine figures in my possession that I need to unbox for this channel. But I got another one who is in jeans. They're not the same jeans. I'm realizing that now. I was like, is it the reuse? Are we seeing that? No, these are definitely a unique-ish jean sculpt. I'm not saying it's made for this figure, but it's unique to the other Wolverine jeans. But it's similar in design as far as, like, you have your belt buckle, your jeans, and your boots. These all look exactly the same, just sculpted in a different way, I guess. I don't know. This is a detail that just does not matter, so I'm not sure why I'm on there so much. And then we didn't talk about the face, so the face is, of course, angry and yelling, so this is perfect for, like, an action Wolverine if you need him to be fighting somebody or, like, in a battle or whatever you need him to do. You have that head sculpt right there. Articulation-wise, I'm assuming, you know, nothing crazy for the head, because I believe, yeah, it's just on a ball, so it's just going to go back to about right there, forward to about right there, wiggle side to side, rotates all the way around like so. Nothing insane on the head sculpt. As far as the rest of the body, I think we'll get a little bit more out of that. Arms come up to about right there. That's pretty decent. Rotates all the way around like so. Butterfly joints look like that going back, look like that going forward. Double jointed pinless elbows comes up to about right there, which is pretty fantastic. Wrist goes in to about right there, wrist goes out to about right there, rotates all the way around like so. Ab crunch looks like that, which is fairly decent. Going backwards, it looks like that. If you add the legs into it, he can bend to about right there, which is actually insane, especially for an MCU figure. This is really, really, really good. I love that deep ab crunch. You do have a swivel at the waist, so you can rotate all the way around like so. Legs come up to about right there. Double jointed, not pinless knees, comes up to about right there, which is fantastic. Swivel at the thigh, rotates all the way around like so. He can do the splits pretty decently. Make sure it's in focus. And then I don't think you're going to get much out of these boots. They move a little bit, not insanely, not a lot there. Looking pretty good though. And slight swivel, just ever so slightly. Pretty good Marvel Legends action figure in general, but for an MCU figure, which I don't know why I'm shitting on those right now. They're usually fine, the MCU figures, but they're always going more for like realistic than like toyetic. Like in a sense, they're always going for like looks good, doesn't always play good. This is both. It looks insane. Like it looks so freaking cool. And then articulation wise, it's also just as cool. This thing is really, really, really nice. So I'm very happy I picked this up. I'm trying to remember how much I enjoyed the leather jacket Wolverine. I know I enjoyed it a lot, but in terms of like posability, I know the sculpt was fantastic. I don't have it. I don't want to go dig it out of my shelf of MCU figures. So otherwise I do a comparison, but I remember it being incredible to look at. I don't know articulation wise, I think it was fine. I think it was on par, at least leg wise, and then arm wise, it was limited by the fact that the jacket would get in the way of like bending in the ab area, and I don't remember if it was pinless. The arms bending in the elbow might have been restricted a little bit. So I think if I'm just using my memory, which isn't the best, I think technically this one beats it articulation-wise. Sculpt-wise, they're basically the same figure. Just one has slightly different attire. So if you're like, oh, which one do I get? It doesn't matter. Just get whichever. Get the one that you can find. I found this one pretty easily, so I think most people will be able to find it pretty easily. But that's, like, if you're struggling on which MCU Wolverine figure to get, either one are fine. Obviously, the leather jacket is an iconic look, and the tank top's an iconic look. So if you're going for, like, the most iconic figure, both apply. So my ultimate point is, I love Wolverine, and you should too, and this is a good figure. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below of this stupid video. Please tell me how dumb it was, and while you're at it, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, all the things YouTubers ask you to do. Just do it for me. as well, and I will be back with another video, hopefully, very, very soon. Bye.